Okay.
He ain't never used
I got
Zoom.
you now.
What's
Got
up?
it. Oh man, we made it.
What's up, bro?
Man, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey Jack, this is my homeboy Lee.
What's going on, my man?
Hey Lee, how you doing?
All right, man. Nice to meet you.
He just helped.
Pleasure all mine.
Hey man, Jackson.
I'm getting good at this, huh?
Hey, Jackson character, bro. You the second person to do the interview like this. Jackie Long also was laying in bed like this.
He was like he got
you
shot.
can
Like
tell
he
him
got
in
shot
bed.
in the ass.
Yeah, you look like you fit getting prepared for a colonic any day now, and you know. But
yeah, chat. Hey, I was trying to sit up so it looked like I wasn't in the bed, but you can tell I'm in the bed.
Hey man, do you, man? Hey, so
oh shit.
But yeah, my homeboy Lee, he like the research department. You know, if he needs to pull up something or some shit like that.
Oh shit. Okay.
But man, I appreciate you doing this, man. You know, it's called Urban Legendz Podcast, man. Welcome to the podcast. I did this and created this platform because I wanted to celebrate people that I feel like are living legends and making legendary moves in their career.
Okay, cool. See, I got to sit up for this. When you give me this kind of introduction.
You know what I'm saying? Do you? Jackie Long had on a wife beater. He looked like a crackhead. You know, he had his hair crazy. I said he looked like Moses. When we did it. But that's why I created this platform, man. You somebody that I've been wanted on the show. I've been following you, of course, since like This Is 50 and seeing the interviews and things like that you were doing back in the day. So yeah, man, appreciate you. How you doing? What's up, bro?
Hey man, I'm excited to be here, man. I'm excited to be. I gotta be here. This is a really awesome, and I'm even glad you even feel that way. Hey, it sounds like you lying. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro.
That was such a great. That was such a great introduction, man. It sounds like you goddamn lying.
Nah, and I'm gonna tell you something about Jack, bro. We just met in person for the first time recently at Atlanta Comedy Theater. I was hosting for somebody. Who I was hosting for? He didn't remember.
TK Kirkland.
Okay, well, I don't feel bad because he didn't remember my name at the time, so it's all good. So, but I was hosting for TK Kirkland. And hold on, I hear something loud. You got your computer on? What I hear right now?
Hold on, wait. Oh, I know what it is. I got you on this goddamn what you call that shit? That Bluetooth speaker. Let me take you off of that.
Oh yeah,
put
do
you
that.
on a regular phone. Hold on.
There you go. All right, that was gonna fuck me up.
Man, I apologize about that, dog. I never disrespect you like that again.
Hey man, I'm glad you won't, because next time I'll have to swing on your ass. Hey man, so
I don't need that in my life.
Hey no, so man, I just met Jack for the first time in person at Atlanta Comedy Theater, and man, you was such a good dude, bro. I mean, I could tell you was a genuine good dude, bro, and you could pick up on energy. You could tell when somebody a fuck nigga and who ain't. And you wasn't. And so, man, I appreciate, just for, how gracious you was, how nice you was to me. And I appreciated that, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I sure appreciate that, man. It don't cost nothing to be a good person.
Straight up. Hey, so, all right, man, let's get into it, man. I'm finna get into some of these questions I got for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to start a platform to get to know people and find out about them and their journey and all of that. So you you from Atlanta, right?
Yep, Decatur.
And how was that growing up, like in Atlanta? Like, I don't know, was you bad? How were you as a kid coming up?
Oh man, I was real recluse and whatnot. I spent a lot of time in front of the TV, just watching TV, just escaping, trying to figure out how to get inside of it.
Okay.
What does that look like? And it just seems so far away. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you ain't know nobody. I didn't know anybody that was living that type of lifestyle, and you know what I'm saying, it just I was always being preached to go to school, and my mom wanted me to be an eye doctor because I was I always had an eye problem. I was born blind in my left eye, and she wanted me to figure out how to take care of myself like that and shit. And it was never nothing I wanted to do because I just wasn't a good student, at all. Because I was always distracted from fighting every day because kids would tease me about my eye.
Gotcha.
And so I never did see that shit working for me, and I was bullied all the way up until like pretty much ninth grade when I dropped out of school, and you know, you'd learn how to grow up. I had to grow up real fast and just figure out, oh shit, I'm out of school now. Now I got to figure out how to goddamn what's the next move. And it didn't seem like performing arts, you know, because now you're a dropout. You know, and you know, being an actor, it seems like some shit that you would have to do. You'd have to go to school for, and you know, and so Juilliard seemed out of the question. I went to go get a GED. That just made me feel like more of a loser at 15. So
why you felt more of a loser trying to get a GED?
It only took me 2 weeks to get the shit, and I was like, damn, I wonder why everybody don't get the shit. So you spend your whole life trying to goddamn get out of school, and this is equivalent to a diploma, and it only take you 2 weeks, but then nobody don't respect it at the same time, and then everybody, it just has a stigma that comes with it. And then when I got it, I threw it away.
Yeah.
I threw it away. My mom was really pissed off at me about that shit too. But then, you know, at this particular point, you can't whoop my ass no more because I guess this GED makes me a man, right?
How old were you when you got the GED?
15.
15. Hey, so this is what I wanted to know then, because I wasn't gonna like bring up your eye or anything, because I don't know like if that's a touchy.
Yeah. Hey, do I look sensitive to you?
No, I mean, and let me tell you when I knew I fucked with you. I'm gonna say this, then I got a question about you dropping out of school. This is when I knew I fucked with you, and this is, I think, probably when I started following you on social media. I saw your Drink Champs episode that you was co-hosting, and Marlon Wayans was on there. And Marlon Wayans, I love Marlon Wayans. That's one of the homies. Marlon Wayans is one of the homies. That episode was so funny. However, he was going so hard on you, and you was able to laugh and like kind of roll all those jokes. You was able to kind of like laugh at all those jokes he was throwing at you. You didn't take nothing serious. You didn't get mad at nothing. And I was like, this dude has the greatest sense of humor I have ever seen in a human being, because I would have been ready to fight somebody on all the jokes. But that's when I realized, like, man, this dude. So how did you learn to handle that? Was it because of the getting picked on? Like, how did you learn to like just laugh at that when people like coming at you so hard?
Oh man, bruh, like listen, yeah, when I was coming up in school, man, from the age of 4, man, kids was on my ass about I done heard everything. And my mom used to like, you know, tell Richard Pryor talk about himself, and that's how you how to maneuver. And she said this, you know what I'm saying, learn how to jab back at them. And I learned how to do that shit very well, to the point where kids, we want to jump me. And I would be fighting 4 and 5 kids at a time in school. Damn. Every day, chasing me home, throwing rocks at me, all kind of shit, and blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, when I've always been a fan of the Wayans family ever since I was little. Like I told you before, I spent all of my time watching TV. And when I seen like Damon Wayans and Marlon Wayans and shit on TV and everything, I'm big fans of these guys.
Yeah, me too.
So when I got a chance to be their friend, you know, this was an honor.
Right.
And when I'm watching him kill me, I'm dying. I'm like, this shit really happening to me, because I was a little boy watching this dude do his thing and whatnot. And I never thought that like we'll be in the same space at the same time, booked on some shit as equals.
Straight up. Yeah.
You know, this is like some dream come true type shit, you know, just pretty much as like a lot of different things that I do inside of my professional career, period.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Anybody listening, I want y'all to know how difficult he had it. He had to fight off 4 niggas with one eye. Okay, that's not an easy feat.
No.
To fight off 4 people with one eye. Now,
no.
So this was the last question I had about the bullying. Did you drop out of school because of the bullying?
Yeah, I dropped out of school because of the bullying, and because the principal at the school, he felt like I'm not gonna make it through the next 4 years.
Damn.
He said,
wait a minute, the principal quit on you? Is that the principal can't? Oh no.
He quit on me, and he was like, it's best if you just leave now.
Oh no.
Because from day one, like it was Streets of Rage on fucking Sega Genesis with me getting to every class.
Was the principal black? Was the principal a black man?
Yeah, his name is Mr. McGrady.
I could tell. He sounded like a nigga. When you said that, I said only a nigga would tell a student to leave and he ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, he told me that, it ain't gonna work for you. And you know what, when I became Jack Thriller, right, and working for G Unit in 50 Cent, and when I tell people that I went to read in high school, this motherfucker he tells kids that ask about it that I was a thug.
Oh, he
told him I was a gangster and I was a thug.
And that's why you left school.
And that's why I left school.
You gotta go shoot that nigga and prove him right. If I was you, nigga, sometimes you gotta prove niggas right by fucking murking them.
Yeah. But you know what? It's to be honest with you, just like the way your podcast called The Urban Legend, it's a lot of urban legends about Jack Thriller, and I take it as a compliment, man. I think it's dope. It's like, what? I'm a thug, a gangster, and it's cute. They even make it seem like I'm a kingpin or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny to me. It's funny to me.
This is the last question I had about you, because you told me to watch the 85 South episode that you were on, and I started watching it and it was hilarious, but then I stopped because I didn't want to know all the information about you. I wanted to have like genuine inquisitive questions about you. So I didn't watch the full thing. I watched probably like 45 minutes to an hour worth. I don't know if you answer. I know you probably don't answer this all the time because I didn't know you was born blind in your left eye.
Right.
That being said, the piece that you have in your left eye, how did you go about getting that? Because I didn't know I just did not know an urban legend about you. You know, I didn't know if an accident happened and then you got that put in. I don't know now that I know you were blind, you were born blind in that eye. If you like had something removed and put it in there, like how did you go about doing that and deciding to get that in your eye?
Yeah, I had it removed when I was like around 12 or something like that. And then I had a regular glass eye that was cross-eyed. And I was like, man, when they gave me glass eye that was cross-eyed, I was like, what the fuck I want with a cross-eyed glass eye? It's supposed to look normal, but it's abnormal at the same time. So I'm going to get the same effect from it as I would if I had put something foreign in there. So if it's gonna look foreign anyway, won't I get something that I like?
Straight up.
You feel me, like a tattoo or some shit. And I came up with the star with the black background because that's how I saw myself. Out of this world.
Straight up, man. And you are, man. You're a phenomenal dude, man. I really mean that. All right, man. So let's talk about how did you get into comedy, like stand-up, because that was something interesting to me that I didn't know that you really wanted to get into acting like that. And even talking to you now, I'm hearing that your true passion it seems like was acting. But I don't know what came first, like the acting dream or the stand-up comedy dream.
It was the acting. I mean, I think, bro, like I told you before when we was in the green room, man, you was throwing me off when you talking about you mean you finna go back on stage. What the fuck are you talking about? You did it. You won.
Well, you know, that's so funny. A lot of people see it like that. Like, why are you doing stand-up because you on TV? My show just got canceled, by the way, but I was on, I was on CBS for 6 years because I did the MacGyver series and Rush Hour, the TV series prior to that. But when you love it, you love it. And then I'm gonna tell you what else too. Sometimes I saw like comedians, like I feel like a couple things. When you do stand up, nobody can really take that away from you when it comes to employment and having money coming in. That's right. That's one of the reasons. And then two, I see it as like therapy. You know, being able to get shit off my chest. You know, when I'm going through something, I can kind of talk it out. And then really, I just love the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of. But let me know. So you want to do acting. So what was the steps that you started taking, and then how did that kind of lead to you doing stand up?
Well, like I said before, man, I watched a lot of sitcoms growing up and whatnot, and I always had imagined myself in each one of these families on every show that I ever watched, from 227 to the Cosby Show and all that other stuff. Man, these was my families. You know what I'm saying? And so, And Lil Duval say that he says that I was the cable guy.
That's funny.
You know, we always make references back because I got my pop culture knowledge is like kind of it's a little off the chain. That's one of the things that people don't know about me.
Okay.
Well, you probably wouldn't know if you kind of pay attention to a lot of my interviews or the way I snap back into in and out. You know what I'm saying? As far as interviewing like a lot of different people, celebrities or whoever I was talking to at a particular time, and like I said, I didn't know how to get on TV and everything, but I did see a lot of stand-up comedians that talked about how they started, and it was from being on stage. You know, you like your Robin Williamses and your John Belushi's and your Eddie Murphys and stuff like that. It all starts from the stage.
It's facts because so you kind of right even when it come to me. So my original dream was acting, like to be an actor. I realized all the actors that I admired started out doing stand-up comedy. So I told myself for my trajectory, I was like, well, shit, if I'm trying to get a sitcom, I got to go do stand-up first. Like I got to go become a stand-up comedian, and then that's going to help me get the TV. And that actually is kind of what helped me out. You know, me going to do stand-up, I got the comedy chops up, but I was also doing acting shit too, taking acting classes. And then that's what helped me start booking roles when I started auditioning for stuff. So what spots were you hitting? Because you started out doing stand-up in Atlanta. Like what spots were you hitting when you was coming up?
Chris Tucker Comedy Club, 559, Frozen Palace, the Creative Tour, just a whole bunch of little hole in the wall spots, man. Let me see. Damn, a bunch of wherever it was a bunch of restaurants and shit that had mics and comedy nights and Uptown corner. That spot that we was at. Well, Gary told you like a little bit of where I came from and shit. You know what I'm saying? Starting out at his club. It's just spending night after night inside there trying to just figure that shit out. Trial and error.
For sure. That stand up for you, boy.
Taking the bumps and the bruises.
So what? Because I heard this, I did see this part on the 85 South show. They was asking why you stopped doing stand up, and it seemed like it was taking you a while to say your answer.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck he wanted from me. I don't like. It was because I don't feel like I stopped doing stand up.
Okay.
I just feel like doing some other shit that was working at the time, and then I was making a lot more money than I was on stage, and so I gave it a lot more attention.
Right. So when you was doing This Is 50, you was still doing stand up. You was still pop up, but you was like, nah, I'm good.
Pop ups if you had the money that I wanted and whatnot. But I had an opportunity to go on tour with Kevin Hart and open up, but I didn't take it because I was scared.
Because at least you're honest.
First time I'm ever saying this on an actual platform. Because it was just, he was like doing some big ass shit. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Like the shit that I'm doing now, like the arenas and stuff like that, I wasn't ready for that mentally.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. Like, nigga, I ain't all the motherfuckers and shit. But it's the same shit. And as a matter of fact, it's easy.
Well, I'm going to open up to you. Since you just opened up, I mean, this is a present thing. When it comes from me being on Wild 'N Out, they told me I could do it. But when I've gone there, I was a guest on the show one time. I ain't really say nothing. So in the episode, I'm just in the background because, I was just kind of peeping game and everything like that on the episode I did.
Mm.
But when I went there, I realized, this is a gladiator sport. Like, I'm like, these dudes are really in it. Like, this is, and it's the, no disrespect, it's the only thing that they really have when it comes to TV at the moment. So, they all probably got, podcasts, and I ain't even talking about the 85 South. I don't want nobody to think I'm talking about them. I'm saying some of the other cats on there, I'm sure they like doing music and they got podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to TV, like, they're like, no, I fucking got to put my all into this. I got to shine. to help elevate my career. And
Mm-hmm.
the problem with me is I'm already rich. And so, I'm already rich. So I don't have that drive in me to be as competitive as they're going to be. You see what I'm saying? And so that's my fear when they like, Justin, you could come on if you want to come on. I'm like, I'm gonna probably get ate up. And if I don't get ate up, I'm probably still not gonna excel the way I would have excelled 7-8 years ago when there was no Rush Hour or MacGyver, and I'm hungry and I'm like, motherfucker, I'm finna be out funny every nigga. Now I'm like, I don't got shit to prove to y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not battling you. I don't, nigga. So all that being said, I know you about to do wild now. So what's your mindset going into that?
What you just said, I'm not rich. So I'm going in with the gladiator's mentality, like, yo, you don't tell me nothing about none of these niggas. I'm mushing bitches to get out the way, all it to get up front, and I'm fixing to goddamn do my thing.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, everything that I didn't do in the past, and I was pretty fairly hungry back then, fairly. But now I'm on 1,000 coming in the wild and out this season. I'm on 1,000. I'm on 1,000. I'm taking no prisoners. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting these jokes off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming out and I'm doing 3 different tours after that shit over, and I'm finna clean that whole fucking flow, every stage off. I'm coming to get that money.
See,
I'm coming to get that Justin Howard, that Justin Hires money.
Hey, straight up. And see, that's why you gonna be successful on the show. You see the energy between me and him? This motherfucker he's on attack mode. Now, I'm gonna tell you how I'm on attack mode. I'm on attack mode when it comes to other shit, meaning my other shit in my life. When it comes to like my music that I'm doing now, when it comes to doing this podcast, when it comes like that's the shit. When it comes to like creating my own TV show, like that's what I'm on. Like I'm like, I gotta fucking get it, because I know these niggas doubted me. I know motherfuckers be waiting to see me fail. At least that's what I tell myself to motivate me. I know these niggas waiting to see me fail. You see what I'm saying? They ain't supportive. So it's like I gotta fucking go hard in the paint,
Right.
to accomplish these things. So that's where my amped up energy goes towards, man. But when it comes to filing out, I already know. I'm like, man, they want it better than I know they want it better than me, and I don't want it as bad as they do. And so I'm not going to do well on the show. So that's why I haven't done. That's probably why I'm not going to do it.
Hey, man, listen, it's TV every day, and I need to be on TV every day. And they play them reruns over and over and over again. Here with a white girl just hit me up in my DMs and said, I seen you on TV last night, and I know you coming to do this 16th season a while now, and I love to go hiking with you and whatnot. So white girls is asking me out, trying to get me to go hiking with them and everything. So I'm excited, I'm excited. White girls hiking.
Tell her right after y'all get done hiking, you go break off some dick.
You hear me? I'm going to hike off that ass. Yeah.
You got to hike off in that ass.
You got to hike. You already said hike?
You got to hike. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is what I want to ask you. I want to know, what were you doing prior to This Is 50? Meaning, and I that's when I cut off the interview, because I didn't want to hear your answer to this. I heard a little bit how you got This Is 50, which I want to get into. But I want to know, like, were you unemployed? Were you working odd jobs? Like, what exactly were you doing? Not for real. Like, I mean, shit. I was working odd jobs and fucking doing, McDonald's commercials before Rush Hour. So what were you doing? I know, right? I know. Shout out to McDonald's. It definitely paid for my rent for the year.
You shut your rich ass up, Justin. The fuck out of here, man. That's an odd job doing McDonald's commercials.
It wasn't consistent.
Go break the day. Okay, yes you did. But anyway, I was living with Lil Duval before I moved to New York and everything. I was just a struggling comedian. I was a sidekick.
How'd y'all meet, you and Lil Duval?
We met at a comedy club one night, Uptown Comedy Club.
Uptown.
It was just before I had got booed one night.
Mm-hmm. That happens at Uptown. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If you ain't got booed at Uptown, nigga, you ain't no comedian. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Or you're not a good comedian. That's what some of the other comedians would say. No, you nigga, you just ain't a good comedian. But I mean, anyways, I'm letting you finish. My bad.
Just before I went on stage, I went to go say what's up to him and shake his hand, and he gave me his pinky to shake, and I shook his pinky too. Because I'm really humble. And I went on stage.
And/or he's very disrespectful, one or the other.
Very disrespectful.
Yeah.
They introduced me as Honey Bun. They was booing me before I even got to the stage. I didn't know who they was booing until I got halfway there. And
Hey man, with a name like Honey Bun, you deserve to get booed. But I would have joined in and I would have shook my keys because that's some shit we do in Atlanta. All right, go ahead.
It was Honey Bun with a Z though. It was the Z make it masculine.
Nowadays the Z make you non-binary. You know, you can be male, you are them they, nigga.
Yeah, 100%. It make it a little androgynous.
Right.
Yeah. And so, I had my shirt unbuttoned too, because I thought I was fine as hell too, showing my abs and whatnot. It was every drug dealer, rapper, stripper, all inside the club that night. And I'm talking about Jeezy, T.I., Lil Jon, all kind of motherfuckers, Ludacris, you know, all like the most famous strippers and shit. And they was booing the fuck out of me. And they booed my hairline back. And I was cussing them out. I was picking fights and all kind of shit. I got off stage. Lil Duval came up to me and said, "Hey man, I'll give you $2,000. Let me put that on my DVD and whatnot." And then I was like, "What? $2,000 to put that shit on? Yeah, nigga, let's do that shit." And that was the start of our friendship. He also found out that me and my friends, we was the only skit niggas in Atlanta at the time, and he hired us to do his whole DVD, to do the DVD and shit, which is called That Boy Funny. We did the sketches on his on DVD. I think I was 20 years old, 19 or 20 at the time, and he basically told me this was a day before my birthday. We were sitting down after we had just wrapped the whole DVD, and we were sitting at the table, and he said, "Hey man, you're gonna be a tough act to follow once you find yourself." And I never forgot that. But we had been friends ever since and whatnot. And he had took me on tour, and we had been inseparable, man. And he taught me how to be a comedian. Jack Thriller 10 years later. Jack Thriller is making. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I got a little Duval story. Yeah, first of all, people think we the same nigga. You know, when I'm around the airport, sometimes somebody be like, "Hey, Duval." I'm like, "No, I'm the lesser successful one." So he was, I think, Affion Crockett. It's when Duval was coming out to LA. I think he was trying to get his career popping in LA at one point. And Affion Crockett was supposed to host a show for him at the Laugh Factory, but Affion couldn't do it for whatever reason. And so Affion hit me up because I think I was just about to start going on the road with Affion. Like, so this might have been like 2014, 2013 or something. And so Affion hit me up and was like, "Yo, do you want to host this show for Duval? Because he's doing like an industry showcase show at the Laugh Factory." So I was like, "Cool, bet." So I go there, I go upstairs, and I start talking to Duval. And I think he thought I was like part of the wait staff. So I don't know what the fuck this nigga thought. I was like, "Hey, I'm actually the host of the show." He's like, "Oh, all right." And so I went up and I hosted the show for him. Show did good. Then I brought him up, nothing but respect. And then he went up and, you know, did his thing, had a good set. And then he was like, "All right, y'all give it back up to the host or whoever the fuck, you know, this nigga is." And, you know, said whatever. I wasn't tripping because I had a good set. You know what I'm saying? So I went up and I was like, I'm fucking Justin motherfucking Hines in case anybody in the audience don't know. So it was all good. I was like, whatever. And then I seen him again at the Super Bowl. Cedric the Entertainer had a Super Bowl comedy show about 2 years. It was like right before the pandemic. So it was like, I want to say it's 2 years ago. Might have been last year. I don't know. Went there, seen him, dapped him up. You know what I'm saying? "What's up, Duval? Hey, what's up, brother?" I was like, all right, he in good spirits, it seemed like today. You know what I'm saying? Good. Then I seen him at the airport. Maybe last year, right before the pandemic. And I was like, what's up, Duval? He was like, hey, what's your name? I said, you disrespectful. I said, nigga, I've met you 3 times, but whatever. That's my Duval story. I didn't leave a lasting impression, but you know, shout out to Duval. We both from Florida, so I mean, I fuck with him regardless. I fuck with Duval.
What part of Florida you from?
I'm from St. Petersburg.
Oh, okay, the sexy part.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So anytime somebody, even when somebody do confuse me for him or whatever, you know, I'm like, hey, man, we Florida boys at the end of the day. We both short. I get it. But nothing but love and respect to him for sure. Hey, man, so now I want to talk about you going viral and how that helped you land the spot with This Is 50, because that's something that I was doing too when I first got to LA, and that kind of helped me start getting stuff and notoriety. So talk about, you know, how I think you were saying your dad was saying you should try to go connect with 50.
Definitely uncle. It's my uncle. We were watching Tavis Smiley and everything, and 50 was on there, and he was talking about he was looking for comedians, directors, and so on and so forth. And then my uncle was like, he had a brother that stayed in Harlem. I should move up there, go try to find 50. Sounds like a very impossible feat and everything, but I didn't have anything popping off down here. So another little special where Chris Rock was saying that, if you want to be a good comic, you need to be in 1 or 2 places, New York or LA. New York had a really big comedy scene where you could do about 5 or 6 spots a night. And so it's like New York, it definitely is. So I told my uncle to hit up my other uncle and shit. And before I went up there, went to go shoot some music videos with my homeboy Gabriel Hart for Deluxe and Fat Joe. And while I was there, I was like, you know what? Let me go check out some comedy spots and if I could goddamn rip in New York. So I hit up Rob Stapleton and then my boy Smokey and shit, and they got me booked at these spots. And I was opening up for Capone at night, and I had ripped shit. And Capone was like, "Man, you need to move up here," and da. So I ended up moving 3 months later. When I got here, I met these 2 guys named Ali and Chris and whatnot, and they was like, we'll shoot some shit for you because we know who you are.
They knew you from the stand-up, like
stand-up music videos with doing music videos.
Okay.
I was Superman in Soulja Boy video. I was Party Like a Rock Star, all kind of shit like that. And then, they knew me from viral videos with Lil Duval. And so yeah, they wanted us to like get some credit and shit, and, do some videos with me and stuff. And the first video we ever shot was a Michael Vick interview, and it went viral. One of the sites that picked it up was this50.com. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna stay focused on this and do more of these, and shot plenty more of those shits. And about 4 months later, This Is 50 hit me up, World Star hit me up, and Vlad TV hit me up. All wanted me to be personalities on their platform, and I went with 50 because that's who I came up here to meet.
Straight up, man, that's a blessing, bro.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't even sound. It sounds like a goddamn lie when I'm telling the shit. Just like that whole Marlon thing that we were talking about earlier. It sounds like a fucking lie, but whenever I put it in my mind to some shit and just really envision it and go for it, it happens. It happens, and that's what you really have to be with what you want to do. You just got to know what you want to do and go do it.
Straight. Hey, we interviewed Henry Winkler. You know who that is?
Yeah, the Fonz.
The Fonz. Yeah. Of course you do. You know about pop culture. You was watching TV all your life. So yeah. we interviewed him earlier today because he was an executive producer on MacGyver. And he was saying the exact same thing you saying, when it's like basically manifestation, man. You have to see it and then just go and get it. Like all you got to do is just go really believe and really envision it. And then that shit gonna come true, man. You put in the work and it's gonna happen for you. Mm-hmm. This what I want to know about This Is 50. How did you get it popping? Like I felt like the platform kind of became like more known. Because I used to have somewhat of a relationship with them, because when I used to do sketches on YouTube back in the day, like 2009, 2010, they used to post my sketches on the site. But ain't nobody hit me up about being no personality either. You know what I'm saying? So how did you go about like?
Well, you got to understand, I have a gangster personality.
You do,
that
yeah, you do.
What 50 was doing at the same time. So you know, I had such a more of a ready for whatever type approach to certain things, and it was in your face. So you got to look at it like that. That's what it was. That's all you was missing. You was funny.
That's
but
right.
was you ready to die for this shit?
No,
and was
I'm
you
not.
saying you was gonna die for this shit?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I was saying it don't mean I would have. No, I probably was back then. I probably would have back then. Back then, I was on some other shit. I was out my goddamn mind.
What's some crazy shit that you look back on and you like, I probably shouldn't have done that?
Oh man, when they used to send me to these red carpets, bro, man, I would be like, I would be saying some wild ass shit to whoever 50 had beef with. I had beef with.
You was loyal.
Whoever he had beef with, I was with the shits. I felt like I was a G-Unit warrior and I was ready to shoot anybody in the name of 50 Cent. And I forgot I was a comic. Because that's the type of energy that just that whole situation had. It made you feel like you was ready to die for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you have to, you just had to be around like motherfuckers that got sense, which I wasn't, had to tap you on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, nigga, you only got one eye. You're a comic." But I didn't have that. I didn't have that. My mom at the time, I wasn't really talking to her like that. My brother at the time, he was you know, our relationship was, you know, we would talk, but anytime somebody would like be a voice of reason about some shit, I was like, "Nigga, you scared? This nigga is scared."
Okay.
This nigga, and then I'll pull a pistol out and show him, "Nigga, I wish a nigga would."
Okay, so you was really about that life, you know.
I thought I was. I had created a persona that I believed in my mind. So, but I didn't want no smoke, but I wanted smoke at the same time in my mind, if that makes any sense.
No, it do. Now, I feel you. I mean, I think that's how a lot of rappers are. Some of these rappers
off work, I didn't want no smoke. At work, I wanted all the smoke. When I clock out, I wasn't Jack Thriller no more. But when I clocked in, I was Jack Thriller.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, it makes perfect sense for building a brand. If you building a brand and you trying to build your relationship with 50, you trying to show how hard you go for him. You know.
I wasn't even trying to show him. I was trying to show his audience. It was them, because they was the ones fueling me. And he would just be laughing and he thinking the shit funny. He the puppet master. he thinking the shit funny, and he's eating his popcorn, enjoying the show. But the audience, they believe in every bit of it. Like, this nigga Jack. Shit.
Have you ever said anything? Because I remember I was doing an Instagram live with Shantae Waynes one time during the pandemic, and you came in and you were saying some reckless shit, and I was like, "Do this nigga know he's gonna get canceled?" Like, I don't think you gonna get canceled, but is that a fear?
What was I saying?
You probably was saying like, "I want to suck your titties" or some wild shit. Whatever you were saying, I was like, this motherfucker, he ain't playing out here. Do you ever?
I never was afraid of getting canceled, because I already thought I was canceled.
Straight up.
I already thought I was blackballed. I ain't never had no endorsements. I ain't never had no sponsorships. Like, what was you gonna blackball me from? And when it comes to Shantae, nigga, I was trying to fuck Shantae. Yeah, when we would be on Wild 'N Out every day, I'd be feeling on her booty and shit, kissing on her and shit. Yeah, I was on that ass. And if we would have spent a little bit more time, I was fucking her.
Okay. Hey, man. Hey, she used to mess with dudes back in the day, you know.
No, a person, a woman that used to messes with dudes still messes with dudes.
Okay.
She just not doing it in your face.
Hey man, shout out. That should be the name of your next show. Is like uncancelable. Hey, so let me ask you this question. Right now, what are you doing? Like, are you providing like any type of online content? I don't mean it like that. I mean, cause I ain't doing shit. I'm just doing podcasts and shit. But I'm saying, I mean, but I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, are you putting out? Do you have like a YouTube series? Do you have a podcast? What are you doing?
So I'm working on this podcast with Music Soul Child and Carl Payne called Matinee.
Oh, and, I did see that. Okay.
Yeah. So we it's a Siskel and Eva style podcast, and I'm also doing podcasts with my man Gabriel Hart, a film director, and Darius McQuarrie. We just gonna be doing pop culture and talking about the industry and shit.
Hey, that's the one from Family Matters?
Family Matters. Yeah, Eddie Winslow.
I mean, he's the one that married Superhead, right? Jesus. Do you understand how crazy that situation is for that to supersede Family Matters? when you said the name, before I thought of Family Matters, I thought that's the nigga that married Superhead. But then do you have to realize how great her head must be to keep getting motherfuckers to marry her? All right, that's just a side.
Bro, if you think about it, everybody that's married is Superhead, except people don't know how super their head is.
Okay.
If you look at it like that.
At a certain age, I would say, unless you met her in like I met my wife. I've known her since high school. So
this. Do you think she's Superhead?
No. No, I don't. Absolutely not. So moving right along. So all right. So this is what I want to know. When it came to This Is 50 in your interviews, was there ever a time you was interviewing somebody and you felt like they was being completely disrespectful to you, to the point that you like, fuck this interview, I might have to I gotta check this dude?
I can't recall. I always go with the flow.
Okay.
When it comes to shit like that, because I've lost the ability to be offended. So, I've had people that's tried to come for me and whatnot, but it's been kind of unsuccessful. The closest thing to some shit like that, the closest thing was Joe Budden.
What he said? Oh, Joe Budden. We just talked about him on my other podcast. But anyways, what happened?
Me and Joe Budden had a misunderstanding about something, and I can't remember what it was. Where I wanted to fight him, and I wanted to fight him, and because I didn't realize what he was doing was a character. And that, him just pushing buttons and stuff like that. And I thought that he was intentionally trying to, I thought he wanted to fight me too. I think that he spoke on he spoke on something that this other beef that I had going on with when I was going through the motions with 2 Chainz, and I didn't understand why he was doing that. And but then after a while, I got it. I was like, oh, I get it. He bullshitting. He doing some clickbaity shit. Yeah, it took me a while. But
so you saying the Joe Budden that we see on his podcast, that's not really him? You saying he kind of
he's a master of triggering people and whatnot and get you to, hey, look at me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, 50 kind of the same way, ain't he?
Master.
Yeah. Yeah, because he like the king of trolls. People like him, Tekashi 6ix9ine,
Yeah.
they know how to...
Kevin Samuels with the ladies.
Hey, he be saying some disrespectful shit, boy. They keep
It's
tuning
all
in.
and it's all ladies. It's all ladies. It's all the ladies that are offended by it is the ones watching.
What's some groupie? You have any groupie stories? What's some crazy wild shit? You be around a lot of hip hop people. I even asked the Fonz if he had any groupie stories.
Oh, I know he did.
Yeah, he tried to tiptoe around. I'm like, you was fucking. No, don't be out here acting like you want fucking as the Fonz.
Sticking both them thumbs up them hoes' ass. Hey.
Yeah. Snipping thumbs. What's some wild shit that you done seen?
Wow, man. Hey, listen, yo, like I told you, I married a groupie. I talked about that shit in my stand-up and whatnot. When the chick went that far to lock me down, got down on one knee and proposed to me. Didn't give me no ring, but yeah, went that far. That's how far the groupie shit went.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Durant. And then you know what the wild part is about it? The wild ass part about it is that like I think this where I had lost it at is when she had went down her she didn't even realize that I know everybody, and she went down her little sex list on all the motherfuckers she slept with, and then one of them was 50, one of them was Marlon Wayans and shit, and I couldn't handle it. You know, the Marlon she took me over. It took me over. I talked about it on the Drink Champs too. And Marlon hit me up, was like, hey man, you should be cool, because that means she got good taste. This nigga Marlon asshole. I said, man, dog, I couldn't do it. Dog, I stopped fucking with you for a while. I stopped watching of Wayans Brothers and everything. He said, nigga, you a hater. I threw away your movies and all that shit, nigga. I couldn't fuck with you. And even though this was before me,
why would y'all do that though? Why would y'all do a list? Why would you have her? Did you ask her to do that?
No, she thought that she needed to do it just in case we all in the room at the same time.
Damn. Most women keep that to themselves though, and just be like, this is my friend.
Listen, I wish she had.
But the 50 didn't bother you. It was the Marlon Wayans. That was the one that did it. Because Marlon never paid you. And 50 did?
No, 50 bothered the fuck out of me.
Damn.
It killed me. All the shit killed me.
But why though?
Cause my ego.
I was about to say, there ain't nothing but ego. At least you man enough to admit it, bruh.
No, I ain't nothing but a real man.
Straight up. Do you talk about the other part? Because I know what we talked about in the green room, but do you talk about that too or no? And we don't got to talk about it if you don't want to talk about it.
What part?
Why y'all stopped? Why the other thing that she was doing? Why y'all not together? Wasn't it her or was it a chick after her?
What do we talk about?
Like fighting and shit like that.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that shit. Yeah,
okay.
Can't talk about it.
So was that her or was that a chick after her?
That was a chick after her, but she did beat my ass too, though.
Okay, so yeah, Jack has a history of getting beat by women, and we need to talk about this. What you about to say? I'm listening.
I was in a couple of different abusive relationships and everything, when women put their hands on me, and just because again I stayed because I loved them.
Hey man, if a woman put her hands on you, you gotta walk away, man. If she beat you once, she'll beat you again.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I feel so weak in front of you right now. Oh, don't look at me.
Oh. So how did you go about getting out of those relationships?
I went to some support groups and
this nigga. No, for real, man, because it's probably men out here getting beat in the streets, and they need to know how to fucking get out of this without this chick going crazy and cutting their dick off in the middle of the night.
One of them left me because we had got evicted and shit, so she had left the house, so that made it easy. Because she wasn't gonna go where I was going. She went back to her grandmother's house, so that made it easier for us to break up.
Okay.
That was the wife. She left, because we had still been together if she'd have stayed with me.
Now, after she left you, did she go to Marlon? Did she fucking?
Bro, I know she did, because the way this nigga kept on trying to convince me to get back with her. I was like, nigga, you talking like this bitch over your house now. Won't you marry her then if she's such a good woman then? What the fuck? What the fuck, man?
And then the second one, how'd you get out of that one?
The judge said to stay the fuck away from this bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, stay far away from her. And she's in New York. I'm in Atlanta.
But wait a minute, who got the restraining order? She got it against you, or you got it against her?
Got it against her.
Okay, all right.
I only have one eye left, and she knocked my glass eye out, man. And she knocked my glass eye out. I couldn't find it for like 3 days, and when I did find it, it was under the couch next to a AAA battery, a piece of popcorn, and a roach.
Hey man, I had a question about that. Cause see, I'm not gonna let them play you because I did see this on the 85 South show.
Go ahead, it's all good.
Your boxing match. You was doing good. I'm not gonna you was doing good. You was fine. I mean, and you made a valid point. You made valid points on that because I felt like nobody was laughing because they was there at their show. And I'm like, you made some valid points, meaning like if you put somebody down in a street fight, you can stomp a nigga out. And,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the shit you were saying, I'm like, no, I feel them. But nobody was agreeing with you in the moment. I felt
no, because I'm in their house.
Right.
I'm in their house, and I was like, oh, I see. I'm being initiated.
Right. Well, you know, people don't want to when people, you know, I don't know what the situation is, but you was definitely in their house, and you know nobody was on your side. But I felt where you was coming from on some of that shit. However,
there's some of that shit. Where I lost you at again.
Well, no, I mean I'm still cool with them too, so I ain't trying to fuck up no shit with them. I'm in the same boat with the niggas that was in the room. Like I ain't trying to. I don't want to try to cause too much smoke. But I felt you was doing well in the fight. Now, if anybody that don't know, he took a boxing match. And I was scared because once y'all was talking about it, I said, let me go pull up the footage and check it out, you know, because I wanted to look at it. And I was fearful that your eye was going to get knocked out. Now, was there any point in the fight that did you not think of that, like prior to the boxing match? Or
no, my confidence was on 1,000. And not one time did they cross my mind until I started losing.
Oh, Sam, you froze. So wait a minute. You said your confidence was high until you started losing.
Until I started losing and my arms weren't working anymore. And my legs weren't working anymore and I couldn't move. And the guy came over and hit me in my good eye and everything turned purple.
Damn.
And they stopped the fight. Because I told the referee, hey, stop the fight. He said, you sure you want to? I said, yes. He said, why? I said, nigga, because I'm about to die. My heart pumping out my chest and shit. I can't breathe. I'm about to die, motherfucker. Niggas fixing to see me die in front of everybody on TV. Now, please stop this fucking fight. I am fixing to die in front of everybody. I felt me dying. I felt me dying.
I know a girl that's about to do like a celeb boxing match. And I said, you need to make sure you have your endurance up.
Yes.
Because that's the real key, I feel like, to boxing.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, because niggas used to fighting for like 10 seconds and somebody breaking it up, you know, and somebody win and get stomped out. And they're like, I won. But that ain't boxing.
No, that ain't got no.
Now, this is the other question I had about the boxing match because I want to know what league was this? This nigga was fighting you in khaki pants.
This is called a BX Fight Club.
All right, this is ridiculous. I don't know who runs this sport, but it's fucking ridiculous that a man would be boxing in khaki pants and then that you would lose to the man in khaki pants. But, you know, I feel where you coming from.
The dude fought every week. He fought every fucking week. So he was used to fighting. Matter of fact, the dude that founded the BX Fight Club, he is he discovered the dude my man Isaac Wright Jr. From For Life.
Yeah.
He's responsible for bringing him to 50 for that show For Life.
Wow.
Yeah, and the dude that runs BX Fight Club, he's 50's bodyguard.
Wait a minute, now I got to transition. Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is
cut me off. Cut me off.
This is very important.
Sure.
You want to get into acting.
Sure
50
thing.
Cent has 19,000 TV shows. What's up with that?
Man, Justin, I just didn't feel comfortable with asking him to put me on the show. I wanted to do it. I just wanted to earn it myself.
Okay. That's commendable.
I felt like he did enough for me.
Okay. You sound like the Plastic Cup Boys when it comes to Kevin Hart. He took me on tours, nigga, put me in a movie and cut the shit. Because that's what's really gonna help elevate your career to the next level.
Well, let me ask you this, Justin. Do you think that I could do it myself? You think
I do think you could do it yourself. However, this is one thing I know for sure in this business. This business is all about relationships, bruh. Talent gets you in the door. Relationships keep you working.
Well, I'm finna go make some more relationships.
Straight up. Straight up. I respect that. I feel you. You ain't getting no more pushback from me on it. I feel you. Fucking get it done, goddammit. And you go get it done, because I believe in you. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, I'm finna go holler at my nigga Nick Cannon in just a week or so.
Straight up. Straight up. Have you witnessed anybody switch up on you in the industry? Like somebody you thought y'all was cool with, and then for whatever reason, maybe they started gaining some type of success, or they felt like you wasn't being as successful as once was. And did you feel like they switched up on you? And if so, how did you deal with that?
I can't say like right off to give you a. I can't tell you anything that's right off the top of my head. But what I will tell you is, I do know that nobody owes me anything, and that this is a situation where you have to put yourself on. Ain't nobody hating on you. Everybody waiting on you. And if you wasting your time giving that type of shit energy, I wake up every morning with the goal in mind to become the dopest that I can be, and to figure out how to get to a whole nother level. And I know there's no one person that is the reason why I'm not getting to where I want to be.
Facts. Yeah. I feel like that, man. That's the best way to end. I mean, shit, I need to hear that. So I mean, ain't nobody hating on you. They waiting on you. I mean, that's gems. Anybody that went over your head, get your shit together. Hey man, I appreciate you doing this, bruh. Like I said, I created this platform, Urban Legendz, to celebrate people I feel like are living legends and people making legendary moves in their career. You're a king, bro. You funny as shit. You authentic, and you already doing you, but I just want to encourage you to continue doing you. You don't switch up, because I know you want to do the acting, and you go do the acting, and you go be feeling times, or maybe I shouldn't say this, and maybe I shouldn't do that. Be authentically you, bruh, because that's what made you pop on when you was going viral. That's why all them platforms wanted you to host shit for them. So just continue being you, even with the next level of your success.
100%, man. Yo, Justin, I thank you for inviting me on your platform. This was amazing, and this is an honor. And like I said, when you even asked me about it, I thought you were bullshit, man. I had so much fun with you today, bro, and I can't wait to build with you. And let's do some more things.
Straight up, bro. We'll do, man. We'll definitely go make it happen for sure, bro. So, hey, man, I ain't gonna hold you no longer. I appreciate you, love you, man. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Hey, I love you back, and you got to come do my show.
Hey, you hit me up. I'm there.
My man.
Peace.
In a minute.
No, I ain't no Jay-Z, but you still get a J. Shooting at niggas like that nigga Clay. Invested in myself and doubled up my pay.